Good morning. This is Cindy. It is a windy day here in the Finger Lakes. Some of the gusts have rattled my windows, so we'll hope that we get through this without losing electricity. I have been working on so many pieces over the past few days, and I thought I would share with you everything that I have been working on. But before I do, I want to thank Linda Hollers. We had our January journal swap, and I sent mine off to Amy, and Linda sent me hers, and oh my glory, this is absolutely wonderful. So first of all, she sent me a couple of bags of goodies as well. I've already disseminated those excuse me, around my room and into various places. But this pocket, I absolutely love this pocket. She made it out of 2 pages of books folded over, and it's filled with some cool stuff. There's a postcard, there's a recipe card, there's some journaling cards that I think she made. They looks like they definitely her patterns. She is a seamstress, so she does a lot of sewing. You'll see a lot of sewing around the journal itself. I am not a seamstress. I used to be. I sewed costumes for the theater for years. And then I said, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do any more machine work. And so I gave my machine to my daughter. So if I need to do anything sewn, I have to go up to see her, which is, not a bad thing. But this is a really cool pocket, and I really liked that idea. Going through here, oh my glory, there's so many cool things. First of all, I've gone ahead and ordered these corners because I really like how they work. She has some neat pockets, and I stole this idea. You'll see it in the journal that I'm going to show you in a minute, of using an envelope with a window. She has a neat belly band here. All sorts of these cool tucks and things that are just kind of snuggled into different places, which is a really neat piece. I'm going to show you what I did with buttons in a minute. Let me grab them real quick so I've got them here. But just all of these really neat, nifty pockets and toppers on the tags, and the tags themselves just aged beautifully. I love this. This is absolutely wonderful. I will definitely do another January or another journal swap at some point. I did not choose to do one this month because I knew that this month was going to get away from me. But at the end, the back piece is an envelope which she sewed onto the front. I love it. It's just, thank you, Linda. This is so cool. And she gave me lots of good ideas. Concerning the buttons, I had seen people making these little clusters, I guess they call them. So I went down to my rag bag and I cut out a strip of rag off of each of these pieces of material. There's some jeans, some cotton. This is t-shirt material. It's from an old t-shirt that is no longer useful. And I will use them at some point on a journal page. It'll be up there on a journal page. Although this one, I'm thinking will make a great closure for a cover, because I really like the shank on it, and so you'll be able to wrap things around it. So those will be in future. I don't have an ephemera stash. I'm building my ephemera stash. Speaking of building my ephemera stash, I also have created a bunch of these little mini booklets. This has been my goal this past week, is to use up scraps, to find things that I have laying around and just use them up. So this one is getting there. It's just a few pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces of ephemera, or of old scrap stuff that I have put together in a little booklet. I'll talk about why that's curved in a bit. This little piece of fabric, I have a bedspread upstairs that I use to cover all of my Christmas decorations when they are not in season. And it's an old chenille spread, and it has been fraying and the edges have been falling off. The hem is really a mess. And the other day I was up moving something around and I thought, you know, I could use that hem. So I brought it down, and I have several yards of it because it's off of a bedspread and it's one whole side. So that's just a little piece of it. And I thought that was kind of cool. So I've made these. This one flips this way, just for giggles. Not really for giggle. These are for I'm trying to find there it is. I want to find the smiley face. I used them to cover the staple. Anyway, these are for putting into journals, and I'll show you what I mean. So I've started this pocket, and I put a little mini booklet. It still needs decorating, but I put a little mini booklet in there. It'll be attached to here. And I thought, again, building up my ephemera stash, trying to get rid of my scrap stash. This is just my long, narrow pieces, mostly narrow pieces. I have 4 of these bins, all according to size. This is for the long strips. This is for the tiny pieces. And I've decided that when this is full, things get thrown away. I really like George Carlin's routine where he talks about everybody wanting to, you buy a house and then you fill it with stuff. And he talks all about the stuff. And he said, the problem is you can't keep all your stuff. If you try to keep all your stuff, where are you going to put it? So once this is full, things start getting thrown away. I also have a medium-sized box like this with bigger papers in it. And then I have a 12 by 12 container that has more papers in it. So let me show you this journal. I started this 2 days ago. The cover comes from Emma Harris and her Facebook group. I cut open the doors. I'm going to put something in here. I don't know what, but I will. And I decided not to open the back doors because it's hard enough when you put it on a shelf. You know, I don't want the doors to get ruined. So I did not do the back doors. I told you I stole Linda's idea about the windowed envelopes. So I have some in there, and this is a card that is put in there that is showing through the window with a fisherman on it. Just a little bit of collaging. I'm not going to go through this whole thing because it's obviously not finished, but I'm working on it. This is a cool piece. This is from Paulette Slater. It was one of her downloadables, and so this is a digital that I printed onto cardstock and have made an envelope. It's an envelope, and I'm going to put it in here as part of the journal. So that's what I've been working on. The one thing I did have a fail. This is my fail. And in fact, one of these has, there it is. The one I was showing you before. You can see how it's curved and it's splitting. So on this side, it's not quite so curved because I put the washi tape on it. So I'm going to have to put some washi tape on that one as well. What I did was I have this pack of papers, and they're thin, and they are designs that mostly I won't use. These are not, they're just not my style. So I thought, okay, we need to do something with them. We need to figure out what to do. And so I started creating journal cards out of them. And I've made several different sets. That's not one of them. And these are in process. So there's a few of them. I've done up a couple of them and stuck them in various places. There's a couple more. These are in process. These are finished. These 3 are done. And I had a really, really good time making them. They do need to be backed. I have backed this set. I did not back the others. I have to back those yet. But anyway, what I've discovered in trying to back them is that I'm spending all this time I had cut the paper first. And so now I'm spending all my time individually backing these. I thought there's got to be an easier way to do this. So I took one of the pages and I took the same paper that I've been using to back that, and I thought, okay, we're just going to put it down. We're going to Mod Podge the heck out of it. And yeah, not so much. It didn't work. It's not sticking in places. That's probably just me not getting the Mod Podge down far enough, but you can see it curved up. I put it under books for about 36 hours or so. It didn't work. It's still curled. So, and you know, it's still curling even when I tried to use them in here. So, yeah, this was a fail. This was a definite fail. I got Mod Podge on the back of the card here. So it was an interesting idea. I think if I'm going to do it though, I'm just going to have to continue to do it the hard way. I really kind of think that that's neat. Those two birds. This is a stamp that I have. And that came out of a dictionary. An old dictionary, very old dictionary. So that's what I've been doing lately. I'm having a lot of fun playing. So in the meantime, play safe. Don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. This is Cindy signing off.